Hello there you guys, welcome to one of my videos. Manchester United have just beaten Burnley 3-1 at Old Trafford. Manchester United's first goal came from Scott McTominay. It was a good, composed finish from the edge of the box. It was McTominay's first goal of the season and his 15th goal for Manchester United. McTominay had a very good game. McTominay also had a chance from long range in the second half, produced a good save from Wayne Hennessy. Ronaldo got the assist for McTominay's first goal. The second goal was an own goal by Ben Mee. Jadon Sancho hit it in the 6-yard box but got deflected off Ben Mee. In the build-up to Man United's second goal, Matthew Lowton and McNeil got caught in a mix-up, so Burnley were poor defensively for Manchester United's second goal. Manchester United's third goal came from Cristiano Ronaldo. McTominay struck it. It was a good save by Hennessy. I think he saved it onto the post and then it fell to Cristiano Ronaldo. Was Ronaldo offside? Ronaldo now has 14 goals in all competitions since he re-signed for Manchester United, and he's got 803 goals in his career. Ronaldo should have had more than one goal tonight because he had a very early chance when he was one-on-one with Hennessy, but he put it over the bar. He had some other chances in the game. Prior to this game, it did say that Ronaldo has major concerns over Ralf Rangnick's methods at Manchester United. Revert back to Tuesday, Mundo Deportivo said that Ronaldo offered himself to Barcelona. But the rumours linking Ronaldo with Barcelona on Tuesday turned out to be fake. But tonight, Ronaldo put a much better performance out than he did in the 1-1 draw against Newcastle, because in the 1-1 draw against Newcastle, Ronaldo got very little service. Plus, he didn't create one single chance, and he got a yellow card in the game against Newcastle for that challenge on Ryan Fraser. Ronaldo is the best player in the world overall. He's won over 30 trophies in his playing career, including 5 Ballon d'Ors. He has got a contract with Manchester United until 2023. There's an option of a further year. Will he see out his contract at Manchester United? Ronaldo receives £480,000 a week. Ronaldo wears a number 7 shirt and Man United got him for 19.8 million with add-ons included. Burnley's goal tonight came from Aaron Lennon. It was a lovely finish as well by Aaron Lennon. Aaron Lennon, got to give him credit. I thought he enjoyed a very good game for Burnley tonight. The goal wasn't only the reason he was good though. I thought he made some good runs, put some good balls in to the box. He closed down well. I've always liked Aaron Lennon. Don't forget Aaron Lennon is a former Liverpool, Everton, not Liverpool, former Tottenham, Everton and Leeds player. You know, Burnley weren't too bad tonight. You know, they did have their chances, especially early on in the game. You know, Chris Wood had a couple of opportunities early on in the game. Chris Wood is probably the best player that Burnley have got. You know, Burnley got Chris Wood from Leeds. Chris Wood's been far superior at Burnley to how he was at Leeds. James Tarkowski, you know, he had a couple of opportunities tonight as well. I do recall Ben Mee having a good opportunity. Mason Greenwood, he could have scored tonight for Manchester United because he had a couple of good chances that produced good saves from Wayne Hennessy. I think Mason Greenwood has done really, really well since he recovered from COVID. Revert back to 2019, Manchester United offered Mason Greenwood a life-changing amount of money for him to leave. Earlier on this season, Greenwood did mention that he was upset that Ronaldo always starts. He made his senior debut for Man United back in 2019. He's been a United player since the age of 7. And last season, Greenwood signed a new 4-year contract with Manchester United. Edinson Cavani, he started tonight. Obviously, he was up top alongside Ronaldo. You know, Cavani and Ronaldo do complement each other well. Cavani had a very good chance tonight from close range. Ronaldo played a part in that chance. Cavani actually hit the ball in Wayne Hennessy's face. Cavani obviously rescued a point for Manchester United against Newcastle on Monday. He didn't start the game against Newcastle, but he did come on. I think Cavani is leaving Manchester United next year. If he doesn't leave in January, he will leave in the summer. Earlier on this season, it said Cavani agreed to join Barcelona on an 18-month contract. Barcelona are seeing Cavani as a replacement for Aguero because Aguero retired due to heart problems. Barcelona, by the way, have signed Ferran Torres. Juventus have also been in for Cavani, and earlier on this season, Cavani rejected a move to Boca Juniors. Cavani's contract at Man United expires in the summer. Manchester United got Cavani on a free transfer from PSG back in the summer of 2020. Luke Shaw, he had some good chances tonight. He had one, was it in the first half? I think it did hit the side netting. He also had another opportunity in the game. I think it was the first game Luke Shaw played since the 1-1 draw against Young Boys earlier on in the season. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, he played tonight. It was obviously his first appearance under Ralph Rangnick. Bissaka did quite well tonight. I thought he made some good clearances and some good blocks. We saw Bailly playing at centre half tonight. Bailly did come off in the game. Obviously, Raphael Varane replaced him. I thought Varane would have started alongside Maguire tonight. I didn't think it would have been Bailly alongside Maguire. Other substitutions got brought on. We saw Diego Dalot come on. Diego Dalot appears to be our first choice right back under Rangnick, and Fred also come on in the game. But tonight, it was a far superior performance by Manchester United than the performance we saw against Newcastle. Tonight's game was Manchester United's final game of 2021, and it's good to win your final game of 2021. Obviously tonight there was no Bruno Fernandes because he was suspended. Bruno Fernandes got his 5th yellow card of the season in the 1-1 draw against Newcastle. Fernandes has actually been very, very poor this season, and I'm shocked in that aspect because revert back to last season, Bruno Fernandes was superb. Obviously there was no Lindelof tonight because he's out with COVID, and there was no Paul Pogba. He's still out with that muscle injury. He's been out for a while with the muscle injury. Pogba got the muscle injury in France training earlier on in the season. But the good news is from Man United perspective that Pogba is very close to returning. And if Pogba leaves Man United next year, he'll leave in the summer. Because it said from the Manchester Evening News the other week that Man United are not negotiating a Paul Pogba transfer next month, so Man United expect Pogba to stay in January despite the midfielder nearing the end of his contract. His contract at Man United expires in the summer. Revert back to the start of the season, Pogba rejected a new Man United contract offer. But earlier on this season, Rangnick did say that he won't try to convince Pogba to stay at Man United if he wants to go. Martial, he's out with injury at the moment, but Martial doesn't really get in the team anyway. Martial will be leaving Manchester United in January. He recently said that Manchester United rejected a loan offer from Sevilla for Martial. Prior to the Newcastle game, Ralph Rangnick confirmed that Anthony Martial wants to leave Manchester United. Last Wednesday, Martial held talks with Ralph Rangnick over his future. And earlier on this month, Martial's agent confirmed that Anthony Martial wants to leave Man United in January. Man United did initially set a £30 million asking price on Martial. Martial's demanding more game time and he's getting nowhere near enough game time at Manchester United. Martial's been a Manchester United player for 7 years. He's got 2.5 years left on his contract. Martial has scored 79 goals in 268 appearances in all competitions. Manchester United paid an initial fee of £36 million for Martial back in 2015. From Monaco. The best season Martial enjoyed at Man United was his debut season under Louis van Gaal. As for Burnley, they were missing some players tonight. Obviously, their first choice goalkeeper, Nick Pope, wasn't available because Nick Pope is out with COVID. Obviously, there was no Ashley Barnes tonight because Ashley Barnes is out with injury. There was no Connor Roberts because he's been out with COVID. And there was no Maxwell Corner, he's out with injury. From a Burnley perspective though, they'll be disappointed that they didn't get anything from the game. You know, there's a good chance that Burnley will go down this season. Obviously, Burnley's manager is Sean Dyche. He's been a very long-serving manager at Burnley. He's been Burnley's manager for almost a decade. He's got a contract with Burnley until 2025. Obviously, before Burnley, he had a spell with Watford. But yeah, tonight's game was the same scoreline as last season, because last season Manchester United beat Burnley 3-1 at Old Trafford. Manchester United beat Burnley at Turf Moor last season 1-0. Almost 2 years ago now though, Burnley won 2-0 at Old Trafford. So anyway, tonight's game against Burnley was Rangnick's 6th game in charge of Man United in all competitions. Rangnick is unbeaten at the moment as Man United manager. So in the 6 games he's managed, he's obviously won 4 and he's drawn 2. So you can say that Rangnick's enjoyed a pretty good start to his managerial career at Manchester United. If Rangnick does well as the interim manager, there is a chance that he'll get the Man United job on a permanent basis. You know, Rangnick is Man United's interim manager until the end of the season. Then he did mention after that that he will continue in a consultancy role for a further 2 years. But there again, Rangnick got warned that he could lose the consultancy role if he fails to get Manchester United into the Champions League. Obviously, yesterday there was reports coming out saying that Rangnick is already losing the dressing room at Manchester United. And he said the mood at Manchester United is low. But since Rangnick got recommended in, he has made changes at Manchester United. Obviously, he's brought 3 additions in, because the other week Manchester United confirmed the appointment of Ewan Sharp as an assistant coach and analyst. Earlier on in the season, Rangnick recommended Chris Armisen as an assistant, and he also recommended Sash Chalenzin as a sports psychologist. You know, I'm just hoping Rangnick can win a trophy this season at Man United. What are you doing?
Wrong sheet on.
What?
You put wrong sheet on.
I haven't.
You have.
Right sheet on.
Right in. That's a double sheet.
Right sheet on. Yeah, sorry, where was I? So yeah. Because like I said, Manchester United have not won a trophy since 2017. That's over 4 years ago now. Rangnick must be backed in the January transfer window. Rangnick has been given around £75 million to spend. Who's he going to sign though? Now, prior to this game tonight against Burnley, I gave you the big news on Julian Alvarez from River Plate. Now, reports are saying that Julian Alvarez to Manchester United is close now. And Manchester United are ready to pay the release clause of Julian Alvarez of £17 million. Manchester United have contacted the agent of Julian Alvarez. It said the agent of Julian Alvarez will travel to England. So yeah, there's a chance that Alvarez will be the first signing of the Rangnick era. You know, Julian Alvarez's contract at River Plate expires next year. Being a very long-serving player at River Plate, he's been with them for around 8.5 years now. Only the age of 21, predominantly a forward, but can also be deployed as a winger. There's other clubs in for him as well. Ralph Rangnick also wants Erling Haaland at Manchester United. A few weeks ago, Rangnick spoke with Erling Haaland's father, Alf Haaland, over the possibility of his son making a move to Manchester United next year. And it did mention that Man United are ready to trigger Erling Haaland's release clause, but Haaland's release clause doesn't become active until the summer. He has a release clause of around £60 million. I'd take Haaland at Man United in a heartbeat. You know, he's regarded as one of the best strikers in the world. He's a prolific goal scorer. He's been an absolute revelation at Borussia Dortmund. Borussia Dortmund got Haaland from Red Bull Salzburg back in January 2020. Dortmund paid £17.1 million. He's got a contract with Dortmund till 2024. At one point, Haaland played at Molde, so he played under Solskjaer. And revert back to when we had Solskjaer, Man United tried to get Haaland. If Haaland come to the Premier League, I can assure he would exceed expectations. Recently, Manchester United were linked with Florian Wirtz from Bayer Leverkusen. Florian Wirtz is rated at around £60 million. In recent weeks, we've been linked with Boubacar Kamara from Marseille. Boubacar Kamara's contract talks with Marseille have stalled. His current contract at Marseille expires at the end of the season. The other week it said Man United agreed terms on a £10 million deal to sign Boubacar Kamara, and it said Boubacar Kamara was set to become the first signing of the Rangnick era. Boubacar Kamara is 22, very young, predominantly defensive midfielder, but can also be deployed as a centre-half. Being at Marseille all his life, he joined Marseille as a 5-year-old back in 2005, risen up their academy. You know, been in Marseille's senior squad since 2016 and he's gone to make over 100 appearances. You know, Man United have been relentlessly linked with Amadou Haidara from Leipzig. Rangnick knows Amadou Haidara well because Rangnick used to manage RB Leipzig. And earlier on this season, Rangnick did mention that he wanted Amadou Haidara as his first signing at Man United. Haidara is a Manchester United fan because he admitted it, and he's also a Cristiano Ronaldo fan. Amadou Haidara has a £33 million release clause. In recent weeks, Man United have been in for Rudiger and Frankie de Jong, and Jude Bellingham and Declan Rice have been long-term targets for Manchester United. I am expecting Man United to enjoy a quiet January transfer window in terms of the incomings. Romano's already said that Man United's main focus on new signings is the summer, not January. So in January, Man United will focus more on the outgoings and the incomings. So in January, Martial will leave, Cavani could leave, Mata could also leave in January. If he doesn't leave in January, he'll leave in the summer. Do you think Matic could leave next month? Jones and Bailly could also leave next month as well. Dean Henderson was supposed to be leaving next month, but I give you the news on Dean Henderson earlier on today. The Manchester Evening News said that Rangnick has told Dean Henderson he cannot leave Man United on loan in January. You know, Dean Henderson wants regular game time and he's not getting it at Manchester United. Henderson doesn't really get in goal because last summer De Gea reclaimed the number one spot back, as I said, and Henderson's only made 2 appearances this season, but earlier on this season he was out with COVID for a while. In the summer, I can assure that Manchester United will appoint a permanent manager. Man United are looking for the 5th permanent manager since Ferguson. You know, Manchester United have sacked 4 permanent managers since Ferguson. You know, sacked David Moyes after 10 months, then sacked Louis van Gaal. After 2 years, Man United did win the FA Cup under Van Gaal. Then Manchester United sacked Jose Mourinho after 2.5 years. You know, Mourinho did enjoy one good season at Man United because he won 3 trophies in his first season, but the reasons it didn't work out under him is because he had bad disputes with the board, because the board didn't get the players he wanted to recommend in, and he also had bad disputes with the top players. And last month, Manchester United sacked Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. You know, regardless of who our manager is, no one is going to replicate what Alex Ferguson did at the club, so in that aspect, we've got to accept that. Ferguson, greatest manager of all time, isn't he? You know, Ferguson was at Manchester United for, 26 years, so reflecting on that, he was a long-serving manager. And he brought success to Manchester United because he won 30-odd trophies, including 13 Premier League titles, but he didn't settle in straight away because he didn't win out in his first 4 years at Man United. Good job he didn't get sacked any time in that 4 years he didn't win anything, or the club wouldn't have had any success now, because we weren't that good before Ferguson. You know, weren't good under Ron Atkinson, weren't good under Wilf McGuinness. I think Wilf McGuinness enjoyed like an 18-month tenure at Man United and weren't good under Franco Farrell. You know, we got relegated under Franco Farrell back in the 70s. On my next video, I will be giving you my player ratings from this 3-1 win against Burnley. Manchester United's first game of 2022 is Wolves. the preview for the Wolves game actually will be coming up tomorrow sometime. So anyway guys, that's everything to update you with. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel. If you do, consider subscribe as always, and take care. God bless. See you all again very soon.